Ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Look at me, zipper. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Back to throw here. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Bobby Wagner came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the...
Touchdown, Cardinals! Hakeem Butler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Here the Cardinals push further out in front.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which also...
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now this throw caught left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Brother, I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Hey, Mike 50, Mike.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. You know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Finds his tight end Ingram. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make it 24-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
They're going to try and throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find Miller. That's complete. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful when the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hakeem Butler as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Hey, Zoo, on the ball.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6. It's caught. It's Miller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go to the ground again with Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Hey, exit. Mike, 53. Get it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll set up to throw. Finding room inside the 40. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Strip that ball. Mike, 53.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
53. Here we go, here we go. 53's the Mike. 53, check 53.
Hey, Echo.
Check.
5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Get in the right one. Get in the right one.
And that is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? How do they score here, especially a touchdown? It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Ready.
Now back to throw. And he's going to have to hook up to QT. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Back to throw here. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now down to 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellows up front in order to bring this one home.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
You got it. You got it.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They're going to look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 50 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Taylor takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, they will not stop me, tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man the man, oh deal with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boys just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me, tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man the man, oh deal with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can call for the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every